Hey everyone, Joe here. Welcome to the Collection Compass. Today we have brand new, my very first ever Steelbook, My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. Now, of course, my usual co-host with the most, George, it's just George, has given me this last Christmas. And you know what? This is the first Steelbook I've ever gotten. I'm being honest. Of all the years of collection, I have never gotten a Steelbook until now. And honest to God, like, I wasn't really, no, like, I always thought the ideas of Steelbooks were cool. I always thought the idea was, it's a neat thing. It was just always like, where do I put them? Where do I start? It's always like that whole big, it's a big question mark for me whenever I do start collecting things, whether it was my first Funko Pop or my first Amiibo or my first Lightning Collection figure or even my first DVD or VHS tape back when I was a kid. I just never knew, like, what is the one that's going to be the very first? And for My Hero, Two Heroes to be that movie, and to have the first Steelbook for me, I'm like, low-key, this is probably the perfect way to start it off. And I want to give a little bit of a deeper dive into this. A little bit, not too big, because again, this is a very, not an old movie. 2018 isn't that long ago. That was pre-pandemic, so I'm like, when I think of 2018, I think bigger me, still in college, trying to manage a job. I think I just survived my very stressful semester of college, and then this movie came out. So I'm like, yeah, that was an interesting time period. Alright, so here we have the cover for the movie. Again, reusing the poster from the theatrical release. Not gonna lie, even though this is the first movie and they've obviously made way better poster system with the next two movies, I really like this poster a lot. I'm always confused by this part. Like, I've always been confused, like, what is this? Like, this has nothing related to do with Wolfram, the villain of the movie. Like, I don't know, this was always like some weird thing. I'm not sure what this was for. I mean, I could try to Google why that was there, but you know what, I'm not really gonna complain much. Side profile here with the logo and Deku walking towards the camera. This was from the original teaser poster they released in Japan back when the film was first announced. And over here we have young All Might with young David Shield in a very heroic pose. I love the young All Might look. I really do. Like, I think this is probably the most, it's like All Might's the young All Might suit, and then also the current, like, they described it as the Golden Age suit. They were so cool. I love both of them. And I just love this look so much. Plus the car he used, I'm going to call the All Might Mobile, was like, oh my god, so perfect. Inside we have, okay, this is a little bit more harder than my normal DVDs. Alright, so here we have the digital copy, which of course, as always, I never really give out away to anyone, so sorry about that. But we reuse one of the promotional posters from the movie itself. I don't think this was ever used in the American promotion, but I know they definitely used a version of this in Japan. This is the Class 1A in their, I guess, party outfits, so to speak, and also Deku with the red gauntlet. Again, I love the red gauntlet design so much, and it's kind of cliche because I love the color red, to be honest with you. And plus, it's just a badass shot seeing, like, I think the most popular members of Class 1A together to kind of fight this threat. It's kind of a shame, like, the other Class 1, like, also I was very bummed that Sue was not in this movie beyond a cameo, so that was unfortunate. The disc, which is, I think, just the standard Blu-ray disc, so that you would get it if you got the Blu-ray version. But honestly, again, I like it. Again, this was like, again, one of the teaser posters from it. But anyway, cool disc. I like the cool stuff. I don't think there's anything on the back. I've never checked. I'm gonna find out right now, and I really hope I don't break this disc. And it's just the logo. Oh well, cool. I do like the American logo too. The Japanese logo, no offense, was kind of plain and basic, to be honest with you. I'll pop it up screen for a second, but yeah, this is clearly the superior text font for it. Here's the specs, brought to you by It's Just George here, because he wants your knowledge to go plus ultra. I don't really like to get my thoughts of the movie after the movie comes out, and this is kind of something new because normally on the last channel we did unboxings for Action X, I would normally be talking as you go, but I feel like, you know what, time for a change of pace, time to show my face off, my good looking face. I forgot to shave, my bad. But no, like, Two Heroes, even though it's been a few years, maybe 3-4 years since I watched the movie, it's been a while, and having seen Heroes Rising, World Heroes Missions, I don't know why they keep having Heroes in the title, I really can't tell you. But this movie, looking back on it, like, obviously animation-wise, this was just the beginning of the movie era, so they were definitely just, this looked like a theatrical released episode with some very cool animations towards the end of the movie. And it's not meant to say as a bad thing. I think the thing that I hold Two Heroes and Heroes Rising more than World Heroes Mission is that there was a sentimental purpose to these being included in the My Hero canon. And for me, I do consider all 3 movies to be canon, because it just works. It doesn't contradict anything in the story like other anime films have done. And especially with 2 heroes, like, it accomplishes a detail that we never got to see in the anime, and we probably will never get to see because, again, not to contradict the story, we never got to see, and of course, spoilers, if you haven't seen My Hero Academia 2 Heroes yet, the next 20 seconds, please turn away. Seeing Deku and All Might team up at the end of the movie and then fighting was by far the coolest thing we ever seen in the anime. One of the coolest things is one of those team-up moments you wish it somehow made its way to the show, but it never did. I mean, they would have went out of their way, and definitely the show has a higher story to tell, while the movies, I think, are just meant to serve for fan service. Because you're paying that extra buck, so you should be seeing this amazing, cool thing that would be exclusive to the movie theater experience. And I think that moment definitely sold the movie for me. Of course, you have your movie exclusive characters like Melissa and David Shield. I think they were very nice, bright comparison contractions to the movie, since for at least Deku's sake, you know, Deku was a quirkless person. Same with Melissa, and then it wasn't a romantic pairing. There was definitely a couple of brief, respectable, flirtatious moments, but it was definitely more of like, I know where you've been, I know what you've been going through, and so even though I can't tell you specifically, I can relate to your struggle, and it gives you that identifiable moment in the movie. And again, of course, I'm always biased that, like, you get those movie exclusive characters and they never go beyond the movie because they're movie exclusive. Like, you're never going to see them again because the creator doesn't think like that. You know, they don't. But overall, like, you know, just in terms of servicing the story, even though, yeah, it's a movie, and they rarely mention it in the anime again, aside from one brief mention in Season 4, this does kind of grow even further the Deku All Might relationship, because All Might just sees, once again, Deku is the worthy successor, and then we slowly got the picture of other people that weren't in All Might's very close circle on the show, to understand that when All Might does go, is that there is a new hope coming. There, and I have to play a Star Wars reference here. There is going to be another hero on the line that's going to be maybe not the next All Might. It's going to be someone that's going to match his strength and hopefully surpass it someday. And just getting to see that story get to play out in a movie is, you tell it quick, you tell it easy, 2 hours and you're out, and that's what I enjoyed about this movie greatly. I think I ranked, even though it's the lowest on my list, because there's only 3 movies, I mean, plus the animation didn't really wow me to an extent. My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, still, it was a great movie when I watched it. It was a wonderful experience seeing it in theater with a bunch of other My Hero fans, including George as well. And as for the Steelbook, I mean, I really love it. I love this Steelbook so much. It being my first Steelbook ever, and will be, sadly and also graciously, the first to come. I'm excited to see what more is going to be added to the collection. I wonder how the hell I'm going to display this further, because this right now is just slotting into my DVD corner right now. It's really not going to take center stage or anything, but I can't wait to see what more DVDs and what more Steelbooks, more specifically, will be coming to the Toronto household soon. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today, everyone. So if you're unaware, this has been Joe from The Collection Compass, reviewing the My Hero Academia Steelbook, also giving my brief movie review. I'm going to put stuff here, which is where I think George got the Steelbook. It's only Blu-ray. There is no 4K Steelbook. And honestly, this is perfect enough for me. So I'm like, even if they did, I wouldn't have gotten it. I mean, this is perfect enough as is for me. Hopefully someday I'll get Heroes Rising too. Some point down the line when it's... I mean, I know Steelbooks are expensive, so... And my cheap ass... It's going to be a while before my next Steelbook. But until then, I can't wait for it. But again, if you're unaware, please subscribe for more here on The Collection Compass, for more DVD unboxing, for more cool stuff in the world of Funko Pops, in DVDs, Lightning Collections, or anything collectible related. You can count on us for it. But until then, please stay safe out there, be good to each other, and as always, peace out.